Yeah, I think the guys, we challenge the guys to show that we're a big squad. Maybe not in numbers right now, availability-wise, but in spirit and quality. And the squad got bigger tonight because you got two guys, draft picks, starting at center back. One of them, Ian, who I think really grew up today because he wasn't just next to a veteran guy who could lean on. He was actually the guy who probably had the most experience, right? And then you got Manu, who showed that he's got high potential at the center back position. Oscar bouncing back off of a tough performance last game, and for me having probably his best performance of the year so far. And I think no excuse mentality from the group, which I absolutely love. We go down a goal, either the group could easily fall and say, okay, everything is going against us, and we just kept pushing. And I know it's a 1-1 tie, but for me it feels like a win because I think it's a dominant performance, especially the second half on top of it.
And then can you just walk us through, in terms of your experience now going to the latter half of the season in MLS? You've had a couple of VAR situations, and just your interpretation of VAR to this point in MLS?
Yeah, I prefer not to comment on that just because I think the referees are doing their best. Yeah, there's sometimes it feels like there's some inconsistencies in what happened earlier in the year than what's happening now, but I really do think that they're doing their best, and the logic behind what they call them is what it is.
Okay.
Mikey, another great performance from Sisniega. I'm curious, is the start tonight for him due to CJ still not being 100%, or does this now raise the question of who the starting goalkeeper will be moving forward?
No, I mean, first and foremost, we're a culture of competition, right? So we've always said one of our values is to embrace competition. The situation opened up for Pablo because CJ broke his nose and wasn't able to travel. And then now Pablo's on a nice little run of form. So it's about being a great teammate and embracing competition. And CJ understands these situations, and it keeps things competitive. But at the end of the day, it's about who's performing in training, who's performing in the games. I know that CJ takes this as a competitor, meaning he's going to raise his level now, which is only good for the team. But he also takes it as a great teammate. He's happy to see Pablo doing well, and that's kind of the culture that we have, and I think he exemplifies that really well.
What does Manu bring to the center back position, and is that where you envision him spending a lot of time?
Yeah, so Manu has been a midfielder most of his life, but he's got a good frame. He's fast, and he's got a good technical ability. So I think what he brings is he brings the ability to carry the ball, to make really brave line-breaking passes. But then he has the physical attributes to help us defend the space in behind in transition. He's still learning the principles a lot, but I think his potential as a center back is really high.
Tonight, only one goal, and on Wednesday, no goals for your club. What's missing on that final third right now that's just kind of not clicking to scoring goals?
Well, let's not take for granted how hard it is to score goals in this sport. So more than saying like what's not happening, I think it's about giving the guys a ton of credit on how many goals they've scored this season. We've had very few low-scoring games. And but at the end of the day, the margins are razor thin, And what I've always said is we have the attacking mentality. These guys come out to score goals, to attack the game. But sometimes the rhythm of the game doesn't allow you to create as big a chances as you want. But I have no doubt that at some point the floodgates will open up again, and the goals will come in big quantities again.
I just wanted to ask about that. They were looking back line. What does it say about them and the development for them to kind of carry you through that second half and do the result?
Yeah, it shows that we're a club that believes in young players, believes in next player up mentality, no excuses. believes in our environment of a growth mindset environment, a development environment. So, these guys have been training. Mine is a great example. He's been training and not playing. But he's had a growth mindset, and the coaches have done such a great job working with him collectively, individually, to get him ready. So what I think it shows is that these guys are competitors, and they got quality, and that they took a huge step in their maturity in their games tonight.